Hey, welcome back to Star Technology, where in the last video, we upgraded our blast furnaces to RTM alloy coils, so that we could start making shellite, so that we could finish upgrading the dynamos to a point where they're actually kind of usable. Like, they can actually pull their weight now, and my power is solved for a little bit. In the downtime of the last video, we also made this storage system for the air distillation, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, back onto the power. That's the goal for this video. I said at the end of last video that we're pretty much done with EV, and looking through here, there's no one particular thing that I want to do first. So, I think it's time we move up to IV, because there is literally nothing in my way from making an IV tier circuit. Well, I still need to make the HV circuit assembler, but that's nothing, really. And because I don't see the IV circuit taking very long, I'm going to try making some of these advanced solar generators. Because all I need, before I can get going with this, is the EV circuit assembler. Which should not be that bad. I just kind of need IV chips. I guess I need the liquid soldering alloy as well. But the alloy blast smelter shouldn't be too bad. I might have a bit more than I planned for in front of me, but I should still have time. But not time to waste, so let's get to it. First of all, I'm going to need the HV circuit assembler, and I already have a recipe for everything except the robot arm. And for that robot arm, I have a recipe for everything I need. So this should all just be crafting up for a little while. So I'm just waiting on that. There we go, the last EV circuit, and there. HV circuit assembler. So then, back here, in the clean room, I can get rid of the MV circuit assembler and replace it. And I won't entirely fix this up, because I'm still going to need this space pretty soon. But that is the HV circuit assembler connected. So now all I need to do is just... I already have the recipe for everything here. How much of the materials do I need? 8 inductors, 16 capacitors, and 576 tin. So that should be the right values to make one IV circuit. So just stick that in there. And I should only need 2 of them? Yeah. Because now I'm trying to make the EV circuit assembler. Although I'll make one just so I can trigger the quest. Because otherwise it's going to really annoy me. Although, hang on a minute. Apparently I need a quantum star? What for? The closest thing I can think of is the quantum eye, but that only needs radon. I already have that. I don't have to worry about the quests just yet. I just want the circuit assembler. So then I'm just going to babysit this for a little bit to make sure it actually makes the circuit. Ah, good thing I checked. I don't see any problems so far. And it's making things so much faster. Oh yeah, here's the long recipe. It's going to take 40 seconds. But there we go. An IV circuit. I knew it wasn't going to take that much. So I'm just going to get a second one going while I make the rest of the things for the circuit assembler. So I need an EV emitter, EV machine hull, and the cables are already done. I'm going to need 2 conveyor modules, and I need 1 robot arm. And I think pretty much everything is waiting on circuits to be crafted right now. But now that that's done, I can make the EV circuit assembler. And one more thing. I need a high voltage transformer, which is actually really cheap. So back in here, I need this high voltage transformer here. I think it defaults to going down, so I need to switch it to, transforming up. So then it should have EV power output, which then goes into the circuit assembler. Yes. Quite slowly though. That's kind of the problem with transformers. They are nowhere near as efficient as just putting the power straight in. But that should still be enough to run the circuit assembler either way. And it's also just going to be much, much quicker at making all of the circuits that I need. But now, I can try making these advanced solar cells. And I need configuration 0. And liquid soldering alloy. So now we get into the actual crux of the video. The wafers and the double titanium, that's going to be a piece of cake. Well, the wafers are going to take a while, so I'm just going to queue up, screw it, 300. Let's see how that goes. Same with the titanium. I'm not going to make 300 of this. I'll go 90 double plates, so 180. So looking at this, there's 3 main things that I'm going to need. The epoxy printed circuit board, that's going to be quite a long crafting chain in the chemical reactor, because just getting epoxy is kind of a pain. Sodium persulfate, I've got that. Electrum foil, that's not bad. Yeah, just epoxy sheets. I need liquid epoxy. Sodium hydroxide probably isn't that bad. Epichlorohydrin? Hydrochloric acid and glycerol? Fish oil? I need fish oil or seed oil. With either methanol or ethanol. Ethanol's a bit easier for me to do right now. Seed oil's probably easier. Maybe? Oh, I was hoping I could use nature essence to get a sunflower. Let me see, fish oil. Just any fish. And I really can't be bothered to get fish. So maybe instead of glycerol, I go with allyl chloride. Propene and chlorine. I think I've already got a recipe for propane. Yeah. So allyl chloride is actually a lot easier than glycerol. And then hypochlorous acid, water and chlorine. Okay. Maybe it's not so terrible. So I'm just going to create all of these recipes. Oh, I didn't check bisphenol. I think I've already got a thing for acetone. Already got hydrochloric acid. Do I have a thing for phenol? I don't even have the thing for acetone. Okay, acetone might be the easier thing here. Oh, I can get phenol and acetone from cumene. Let's see then, how do I get cumene? Propene, phosphoric acid, and benzene? How do I get benzene? Hydrogen and biphenyl dust? Or distilling some things? Nothing that I'm currently distilling. So I'll go with this, even though it's probably not a good solution. How to get the biphenyl dust with benzene and oxygen. Okay, I'm gonna have to set up another distillation tower. Before I get too invested, I still need to make phosphoric acid. Oh, do I have apatite? Because if I do, that's much simpler. And phosphorus pentoxide. Actually, no, phosphorus pentoxide is not that bad. Phosphorus and oxygen. And that'll make me the phosphoric acid reasonably simply. So it's just the benzene. So for this, I'm gonna need another distillation tower and another thing to crack stuff. Alternatively, I can just put straight heavy fuel through the regular distillery if I only want the benzene. I'm kind of leaning towards that option actually, because it's not that hard for me to just make another distillery. Okay, there's another distillery, and I can just set this up here to try and make some of that benzene for me. And the rest of these all go in the chemical reactors, and I just need to figure out which ones they go in based on what'll generate the least recipe conflicts. And looking through all that, I realized I never made a recipe for sodium hydroxide. It's just sodium and water. That is very easy. So let me see, can I make liquid epoxy? Looks like a yes. Okay, so from here, I need to solidify it into a sheet, and then in the chemical reactor make an epoxy circuit board. I also need a recipe for gold foil, and then in the chemical reactor, put sodium persulfate to make the epoxy printed circuit board. So, can I make this without any conflicts? Looks like I can. Right, so that is one of the 3 things that are going to take a while to make. On to the next one then, the Advanced Energy Core. And that's going to need an energy assembler, and I think, yeah, I just go down the line, starting with a basic energy core. And that looks surprisingly simple, but there we go, liquid soldering alloy. So I'm going to have to make that first. And I could make it in the alloy blast smelter, or soldering alloy ingot, soldering alloy dust. Yeah. Okay, I don't need to make a whole giant multi-block for this. I might need another mixer so that I can have it on 3. Actually, do I have another mixer anywhere? I have this one on 2. I don't have the HV one anymore. I guess I've got this one on 3? I might be better off just making another HV mixer, because they're really not that hard. Yeah, I just made one in like a minute. So that's going to be my mixer on 3. I need that to make soldering alloy dust, and that goes in the arc furnace, and the ingot goes in the extractor, and that makes the liquid soldering alloy Much easier than getting the alloy blast smelter. So that's the liquid soldering alloy off the list as well. I guess it wasn't as significant as I thought, because I don't need to make this. I probably should at some point, because this is going to be a really, really useful tool. And it is only an EV thing. I'll keep that in mind. I don't quite need it yet, but I'm probably going to need it soon. For now I can do without, because the only thing left for me to get now is these energy cores. So they're not the cheapest thing, but they're not that bad either. And they all go in the energy assembler. I need the advanced energy core. So let me see. The energy assembler, is that really all I need? That seems way too simple. I guess that's all I need. Okay, I'm assuming I only need the one. All I'm missing is cobalt rods and antimony. Cobalt rods are easy. And then there was something in ore processing. Stibnite. That gives me antimony. So I'm just going to put a ton of that through and see how much I get. Because I'm going to need antimony for plenty of other things as well. Yeah, already. Bunch of antimony. I guess I've got enough. I can just leave that be. It's going to be slow, but it'll work eventually. So get me the one energy assembler. It's not working. Oh, I put the wrong amount of stuff in. I need 16 capacitors and 4 diodes. Now it worked. Let me see. It's going to need energy, obviously. But how does it get energy? If I just stick it next to any old flux point right now, it's connected, so maybe that gives it what it needs? So then if I just queue up, I may as well go advanced energy core. Just the one for now. Is it going to craft it? Oh, it goes in the circuit assembler, not the regular assembler. There. Let's try that again. Yep, it's already put it through. Am I able to just do that? Yes. Okay. It just works. So now I can make the advanced energy cores. And I think that's everything holding me back from the advanced solar cells. Yeah. And that's all the right amount of ingredients. So can I just do this now? I need to make all the double titanium plates. But let me just see. I'll try making one. It looks fine. I'll give it a try. I have close to no confidence that this is going to work. Mostly because of the epoxy circuit board that I've not tested. Although it does seem to just be working. The main problem I have right now is the circuit assembler is not doing well. I've been fiddling with this on my own in some of the downtime waiting for the recipes to finish. I've got a 16A energy converter that's putting about as much power as it can into this high voltage transformer, and it's still not enough to power the circuit assembler. The only solution I've found is on short enough timescales. I can wait for it to fill with energy and then turn it back on again, and it's enough to run for like 10 seconds. But I definitely need to fix the power flow into this. I think it's mostly just that the transformer is not a great solution here. Maybe I could just fill it with even more power. But I think what needs to happen here is I need to get an EV diode. And if I'm already waiting on other things, I may as well do this now. So then I should probably place it from the inside. I can put the EV diode in there and just connect up an energy converter to that. And hopefully that provides enough extra power. I'm still going to leave the transformer in there because why not? And maybe that'll work now that I'm putting enough power in. So I just need to see what is going on with this solar panel. Something's stopped up. The epichlorohydrin, which would be in here? It just ran out of sodium hydroxide. So yeah, if I just put that through myself, I think that's fixed it. Yeah, it's just going on perfectly fine now. And it's onto the advanced solar cell. That would be in the circuit assembler. Let's see, is it getting enough power? I don't know, because something's wrong with the recipe. Oh. Circuit 0. There we go. And the power is fine. Good. So then that just finishes going through. And there it is, the advanced solar panel. That was a lot of work. And now I can just put this production into overdrive. How many of these do I want? To figure that out, I need to figure out where I'm putting all of these. I think it makes sense to put them on the roof. So then how big's the roof? 15 by 15? I don't really want to make 200 panels. I'll just make like 50. I don't have enough double titanium. Okay. I can only make 30. That's fine. Now I just need to get a bunch more CPU chips and a bunch more silver. It's probably about time I got a recipe for silver ingots. But the CPU chips, I'm still going to have to do that myself. Let me see. I've got 300 wafers now. I forgot I set that going. I may as well turn a ton of them into CPU wafers. How does 32 of it sound? I only needed 7. So let's see. This is going to be a pretty big stress test of the system. I think before I commit too hard, there was one recipe I wanted to check out. No, it has enough sodium hydroxide. And I don't think there was anything else that would have been taking it. Unless I suddenly have a ton of sodium bisulfate. Yeah. A single recipe conflict. Okay. I don't think there's anything here that should be consuming sulfuric acid at the same time. So I should be fine to just send it. Yeah, let's go. If there's anything wrong with it, I guess this will show. This is the full stress test of it. But it's still going to take a while to go through. So I need some other things in the meantime. I'm going to need a couple more flux plugs. But I also need to think about how I want to lay out the panels. How many plugs can I afford right now? I can afford 2 before I start needing lava. So I'll go with that for now. I do have an idea. I'll just use slabs to represent the solar generators for now. Can I? Yes, I can put energy pipes here. It'd be really stupid and inefficient for me to just put flux plugs underneath all of the solar panels, so I'm not doing that. I think I can get them all to go into one energy pipe that puts them into a flux plug, and I'm really hoping that connects. So then this should be able to account for any solar panels placed like that. So then I can just repeat this pattern all the way down. I think that works. I only have 2 flux plugs for now, but I can still have 2 long lines of solar panels. And why is there a hole here? Did I just miss a slab when I was building the roof? I can make a new one. Hang on. I'm pretty sure I can find the recording a while back. No, I didn't miss it when I was building the roof. Well, I can say that it was there at the time that I made the roof. I don't know when it disappeared. I'm not bothered to go look for it. I just wonder how long it was like that. It's probably more than 20 episodes that the roof's just been broken. Anyway, tangent aside, how are the solar panels doing? Something doesn't seem quite right. Is it full? I think it's just full. I should really get non-Rupal input hatches. I should really get some pipe upgrades in here. I'll just steal one from elsewhere for now. There we go, now it's much quicker. I really think I just need more input slots here. Because this just fills up and then nothing happens. Okay, I think I've finally cleared the buffers in the chemical reactors. I'm just going to wait until something else gets stuck. I think the electrotine dust is stuck. Yeah, this is another one that needs to have more input buses. Okay, I think it's all fine now. The epoxy printed circuit boards are all done. Waiting for more blue alloy bolts to go through, and then it's just the circuit assembler for a while. Yeah, this is going to take a long time. And I don't think the recipes are quicker on soldering alloy. I don't know if it's worth switching to that right now, if liquid tin does pretty much the same thing. It's not any quicker or more efficient, so... Okay, that was all I needed to do then. I've got all of the solar panels. So then I should be able to just stick them up here. Just need to get them all to export. Yeah, 15,000 FE per tick. Good. I can do the same on this side too. And there's another 15,000 FE per tick. So then this is going to be a much easier way to improve my power generation. Because I just throw on a ton more solar panels and there we go. And it wouldn't be too hard for me to get another 30. Yeah, I just need more titanium. But I can do all of that in my own time. This is enough as a proof of concept so that I can start upgrading my power quite a lot. And if I do cover the rest of the roof with solar panels, that would be, yeah, like double the power that I've got right now. And I'd still even want the next tier. That'd be 10 times as much. But that's not going to be until I get properly into IV. Actually, tungsten steel's not that bad right now. I can get IC chips, or IV chips. Elite energy core is probably not that hard. Reinforced epoxy? I can probably get raw carbon fibers. Yeah, that's really easy. I probably could have done the elite solar panels instead. Huh. Well, I'll deal with them when I start going further into IV. But this is still way more than I'm gonna need. Even if I filled up the rest of the roof with this tier of solar panels. 400,000 FE per tick is so much power. That's gonna be enough for everything that I need in Ivy. So I'll just upgrade these solar panels as I go. But yeah, this is the final solution to power. So I don't have to keep fiddling with the dynamos anymore. And I don't think this one actually works. I think I'm running through fuel faster than I produce it. Same with the diamonds. So I'm just going to knock this down a notch, because I've got the solar panels now. I think the next main thing that I'd need to upgrade the power, I'm going to need better storage for it. Because while this cell is enough, if I'm not generating any power at night, and I'm running things a lot, this is probably going to run out pretty quickly. So then the bigger the power buffer, the more time I'll have to react to the fact that it's night, and be able to go to sleep. But ideally, I'd want it long enough to go overnight in case I want to AFK sometime. But that's all a problem for later. For now, we have the solar panels, that was the goal for the video, and I guess as well we've started Ivy. So next time, I think I'm going to start looking into Ivy stuff. Actually, I have been doing a bunch of Ivy stuff, because I've been making all of these liquids to get the epoxy. Anyway, that's enough for this video. I am very happy with this progress, and I don't think I have anything else to say. So, that's it. Bye.